Psalm 57. Be merciful to me, O God, be merciful to me. For in you my soul takes refuge. In the shadow of your wings I will take refuge until the destroying storms pass by. I cry to God Most High, to God who fulfills his purpose for me. He will send from heaven and save me. He will put to shame those who trample on me. God will send forth his steadfast love and his faithfulness. I lie down among lions that greedily devour human prey. Their teeth are spears and arrows, their tongues sharp swords. Be exalted, O God, above the heavens. Let your glory be over all the earth. They set a net for my steps. My soul was bowed down. They dug a pit in my path, but they have fallen into it themselves. My heart is steadfast, O God. My heart is steadfast. I will sing and make melody. Awake, my soul, awake, O harp and lyre. I will awake the dawn. I will give thanks to you, O Lord, among the peoples. I will sing praises to you among the nations. For your steadfast love is as high as the heavens. Your faithfulness extends to the clouds. Be exalted, O God, above the heavens. Let your glory be over all the earth. Well, Psalm 57 was written by King David while he was hiding in a cave, hiding from King Saul. The title of the psalm sets this scene. It actually says of David when he fled from Saul in the cave. And Psalm 57 is uniquely linked to Psalm 142. For these two psalms are both set in the cave. David had been running from Saul for many years. In former times, there was a very close relationship between David and Saul, and between David and Saul's son, Jonathan. And David even married one of Saul's daughters, Michal. But David's military prowess soon roused great jealousy in Saul, and eventually David was forced to flee and spent many years being pursued across the Judean desert by Saul. So, as he writes this psalm, he is hiding out in a cave. He describes his feelings as being trapped, surrounded by metaphorical lions. Their teeth are spears and arrows, their tongues sharp as swords. And he goes on to say, they set a net for my steps. They dig a path, rather they dig a pit in my path. And yet, as he cowers in the cave, seeking physical refuge from Saul, David acknowledges God as his spiritual refuge. In you, my soul takes refuge. In the shadow of your wings, I will take refuge. But the psalm then quickly pivots as David turns from lament to worship with the repeated refrain, be exalted, O God, above the heavens. Let your glory be over all the earth. It is in the darkness of the cave and the darkness of his soul that David finds the reassuring presence and love of God, which he repeatedly describes as steadfast. He says, God will send forth his steadfast love and faithfulness. For your steadfast love is as high as the heavens. Your faithfulness extends to the clouds. And that word steadfast, which is repeated several times in this short psalm, I often associate with my late mother, Anne Barrett, who was All-Ireland President of Mothers' Union in the 1990s. Mum was steadfast in her love for God, for her family, for her church, and of course, for Mothers' Union. And that steadfastness of love for the work and the witness of Mothers' Union stayed with her throughout her whole life. And I know that she knew the steadfast love of God for her and in her life, and especially whenever she sought refuge in the shadow of his wings. And so it was for King David also. In seeking refuge in the shadow of God's wings, he too finds God's love and faithfulness, renewing his faith and causing him to cry out in praise to God, "My heart is steadfast, O God, my heart is steadfast. I will give thanks to you, O Lord, among the peoples. I will sing praises to you among the nations." Sometimes we can find ourselves in a cave, a place where perhaps we have retreated to hide from the challenges and difficulties of our life. But I think Psalm 57 reassures us that the darkest caves are often the very places where we discover God's steadfast love, which reaches higher than the heavens. When our soul takes refuge in the shadow of God's wings, as David puts it, it is there we find that God surrounds us with his steadfast love and his faithfulness. Be exalted, O God, above the heavens. Let your glory be over all the earth. Amen.